I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. She called it the happiest day of her life since December 20th, 1988. Those were the words of Susan Cohen, the former Port Jervis resident, reacting to word that former Libyan leader Moammar Gadhafi had been killed. Gaddafi, whose death was confirmed today by those in Libya's transitional government, was reportedly behind the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland, December 21st, 1988. Among the 270 killed, Cohen's 20-year-old daughter Theo, a Port Jervis High School graduate and Syracuse University student. Susan Cohen said she'd waited years for the news, saying that while it doesn't bring closure, it does bring a sense of justice. There will be more information and reaction here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. The Occupy Wall Street movement reached the village of Monticello last evening as about 20 sign-holding area residents gathered in front of Chase Bank on Broadway to show frustration with the current state of the economy, putting the blame on corporate greed, income inequity, and the lack of action in Congress that would lead to job creation. And protesters voiced opposition to tax cuts for wealthier Americans.
The CEO of this bank here made $20 million last year, and our state is about to give him a $400,000 tax cut. And that's not a bad thing, having a tax cut, but right now a lot of other people are having pain. College students have pain, the 9% who are unemployed have pain, and right now we need jobs, not cuts.
I think that the inequality of income in this country has gone so far beyond what it can be and still maintain a democratic country.
I'm tired of the ridiculous inequalities that are happening around the nation, and I just want to do something about it.
The Monticello demonstrators say citizens need to speak out against the current state of the economy and demand that economic policy changes be made, including fairer tax rates and a tax on Wall Street speculators. This was one of hundreds of events that have been staged across the country in support of the ongoing Occupy Wall Street protests in New York. In Orange County, state police are continuing their investigation into what turned out to be a 3-vehicle accident in the town of Greenville. 47-year-old Krista Babcock of Huguenot suffered only minor injuries after her car collided with a pickup truck while attempting to make a turn onto County Route 35 from Route 6 yesterday morning. Her demolished vehicle then hit another car that had stopped at the intersection. The impact caused the pickup to flip over. Its driver also wasn't seriously hurt. To this point, no tickets have been issued. A Kingston eyesore is being torn down. Members of New York's Army National Guard began work this week to tear down the King's Inn, a former welfare motel on Broadway in the city's midtown neighborhood. The motel had been closed since 2007 and had most recently been used by the Ulster County Department of Social Services to house homeless clients. A decision on the future of the property has not yet been made. The motel will be completely demolished next month after it's used for a dirty bomb training exercise. A Goshen man is facing a series of felony charges that police say link him to the sexual assault of a 12-year-old girl. 27-year-old Pedro Munoz was ordered held without bail in Orange County Jail following his arraignment on charges of rape, predatory sexual assault against a child, and criminal sexual act. His arrest came following an investigation by state police and the county's Child Abuse Task Force. Munoz is due to appear in Goshen Village Court next Monday. And will flood-weary town of Wawarsing residents take a buyout? An informational meeting this evening at Wawarsing Town Hall will provide impacted residents more information on the state's offer to buy about 635 homes within 2 miles of the Delaware Aqueduct, where constant leaks have led to problems with groundwater seepage. To qualify, a home can't be worth more than $250,000, and combined yearly family income can't be higher than $85,000. Impacted residents have until October 28th to file the necessary paperwork. And visitors to the Newburgh waterfront could get a unique history lesson today, as a replica of the War of 1812 tall schooner ship, the Lynx, cruised down the Hudson River and dropped anchor, providing a little nautical education to those who came aboard. The square topsail wooden privateer sails America's coastline, teaching young people about the craft of sailing a privateer vessel and about the history of the War of 1812. The original Lynx sailed one wartime voyage, running the Royal Navy blockade. Tours of the replica were available until 6 this evening on the Newburgh waterfront. All quiet on the local weather front, at least for the next couple of days. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with temperatures getting up around 60 degrees. Pretty much the same story for Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds with the highs in the upper 50s. You'll find news when it breaks here at Record Online and get complete details on the stories important to you in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.